What's up, Wolfpack? It's Jasmine Supreme.
Hi, it's Bella Lambert.
This week we are looking at a senior spotlight, mental health,
And much more.
All that in 20 seconds.
Since 2026 is finally here, our reporters Zora Blake and Jasmine Supreme went to ask how you guys feel about this upcoming year.
The new year just started, guys, and we wanted to go out and see what you guys had to say about it.
What's one specific habit that you want to start or improve for the new year?
I want to be more intentional with everything I do.
I want to improve my relationship with God.
Studying and doing homework. I feel like that would help my grades a lot.
I want to stop procrastinating, and when I say I'm going to do something, I just want to do it.
What's one obstacle that you overcame and how did you do it?
An obstacle I overcame with was losing weight. I used to be 220 and now I dropped down to 150. So
I overcame my social anxiety a little bit. Talk me all right now, I guess. That kind of helped.
So just being lazy in class, I overcame that. I would just put everything else away and just focus on the work that was there.
Physics. I just had to really focus at the last second.
Starting off the new semester can be very stressful and affect the mental health of many students. Whether if it's having new classes or trying to maintain proper preparation for the new semester, here at North Paulding we have many trusted adults and counselors that can help you if you ever have any concerns. Make sure you know your go-to adult to help you and take advantage of the tools they provide. Staying on top of work and understanding how you learn can help with improving mental health and productivity. A lot of students often feel overwhelmed and work until burnout happens. Please talk with a trusted adult to see what is available to help. You've got this, Wolfpack.
You know what cheers me up about thinking about returning to school? Thinking about how prom is only 2 months away. Make sure that you have everything you need for your prom pose to your friends or your significant others with a cute poster and their favorite snack. Guys, don't forget to buy a pretty corsage for your date, and girls, don't forget to buy a matching boutonniere. Before you arrive at the Cobb Galleria, make sure to be well rested and stay hydrated. The theme is a royal evening, so ladies and gentlemen, make sure you put your best crown on.
Now here is Cheyenne Smith with the Pack Sports.
What's up, Wolfpack? I'm Cheyenne Smith, and welcome back to In the Den. Let's get into this week's sports news. 14 and counting. The Lady Pack's winning streak is a force to be reckoned with. Last Friday, the girls dominated Wheeler with a 65-44 win over Wheeler High, pushing the Pack's winning streak to 13 in a row. The girls have now won 8 of their games by 21 points or more. That momentum did not stop as they played and beat North Cobb last night 61-35 in their region game. Go ahead, girls. Looking ahead, the girls will be back to return in the Den for their tournament game against Cal on Saturday, January 17th, with tip-off set to 3:30. Let's bring that Pack energy back. Our boys basketball team faced a tough challenge this past Friday. Unfortunately, the boys' outcome was the same as their matchup in February, with Wheeler winning. North Paulding falling 93-61. The boys have lost 10 of their last 11 games, bringing the record down to 4-14. Despite this, offense isn't really the issue. Over these games, the boys have averaged 55 points per game, showing that they will compete until the end. That persistence paid off last night as the team bounced back, dominating North Cobb 63-56. The boys will hit the road on Tuesday, January 20th for their region game against Walton, tip-off set for 7:30. This is not a game you want to miss, okay? The wrestling team has made a punch competing at the region meet at Camden County High. They battled through every match and finished as region runner-ups, okay? Their next challenge is set for Buford High School, where the Wolfpack will take the mat for the team state duels. New season, new goals. Spring sports are officially underway and we cannot wait. From track to tennis, our athletes are ready to compete. Our team caught up with the coaches to see if they're ready to dominate this season.
My name is Matt Harrell. I started coaching tennis when I took a break from coaching football several years ago, and I had daughters who were tennis players. I started coaching 24 years ago. I started coaching tennis 19 years ago. As a coach, I think the biggest accomplishment is your relationship you build with the players. They come back to see you after they graduate from college. You get a chance to meet their kids. I've had a chance to coach some of their kids. And of course, winning. It's great to win, have success. I always tell my players to be prepared for maybe not necessarily specifically what's going to happen in the match or the game, but be prepared for something good to happen, something bad to happen. Don't dwell on it, either one. You have a great, serve, move on to the next point. If you have a bad point, move on to the next point.
I am the hurdles coach for the track team, and this is my 11th year. I think there's a lot of encouragement needed because the hurdles are hard and they're scary. And so what we do is I'll record them in slow motion, going over the hurdles, so then we look back at it and they can see what they need to work on, what they need to correct, those kinds of things. So constructive criticism as well as a lot of encouragement, and don't give up. As a coach, it's getting the kids to get over their fear of going over the hurdles and then watching them compete and get faster and faster, improving with their skills, and then making it through the end of the season with regions and sectionals as well as going to state.
My name is John Vernon. I started coaching, probably about 22 years ago when I first started teaching. I was doing football, and then I started doing golf the following year. And I did football for almost 20 years, and I stepped away from that a few years ago to kind of take a break, but I'm still doing golf. So as a golf coach, it's probably over our last 3 or 4 years. We've been very successful. We've won back-to-back area championships the last 2 years, and we've been in the top 10 in the state finals for the last 4 years in a row. So finishing 8th last year and then 7th the 2 years before that. So we're hoping this year to take that next step and compete for the state championship. The advice I would give my players is to always give their very best and never take any moment for granted. I think sometimes our student athletes think, well, there'll always be tomorrow, there'll always be another opportunity, and sometimes that's not the case. Sometimes you work very hard to get to a certain point, and you may never get that opportunity again. So you need to cherish all those moments and give your very best at each and every day.
That's all for this week's sports news. Make sure you come back next week for more sports news, and as always, go Pack. Now back to my friend, Jasmine Supreme.
To show appreciation to our seniors during their last few months of high school, we highlighted the co-captain of vocal jazz, Addison Moisen.
Week, our senior spotlight follows none other than Addison Moisen, a dedicated member of our school chorus and the co-captain of our vocal jazz ensemble. Addison spoke about some of her experiences in being a part of the school's chorus program and how they've impacted her time in high school.
Favorite part of chorus and show choir is the bonds that you make with people. They're very, very strong and they're really hard to break, and they're friendships that I think will be lifelong.
Addison has been involved in the chorus program since freshman year and began dancing on our show choir team sophomore year. Adding on another layer of experience to her interest in fine arts, she became co-captain of the vocal jazz ensemble this year.
I would say my proudest high school accomplishment was my sophomore year when I won this poetry competition in my American Lit class. It took forever for me to write that poem, but I won first place, so I think it was worth it.
While her participation in fine arts is well established, her plans after high school follow along a different path with what she plans to major in and her post-grad plans to go to college.
I plan to attend Vanderbilt University to study psychology. I want to be an occupational therapist. So.
If you plan on taking the SAT or ACT, make sure you register for one of the dates on your screen. Below that are the registration deadlines. To register for the SAT, go to www.collegeboard.org and use school code 110965 to sign up. To register for the ACT, go to www.act.org.
Yearbooks are currently $90 and available to order at yearbookordercenter.com using our school code 10449. Make sure to buy your yearbooks.
Prom will be held on March 13th from 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. at Cobb Galleria Ballroom. The theme is a royal evening. Tickets are $90 on RevTrack and will be on sale from January 26th to February 25th. For non-NPHS students, approval forms are due February 13th.
The second annual Miss North Paulding pageant will be held on February 7th. If you are interested, scan the QR code on the screen. The cost to enter is $85 and the deadline is January 3rd.
Friday, January 16th is a digital learning day, so be sure to turn off your alarms and stay home. Remember to log in to Canvas before 3:25 p.m. to be marked as present and that you complete all your digital assignments. Be sure to have a great long weekend.
Be sure to follow our Instagram at TikTok at @MPHS_Wolfpack Productions and subscribe to North Paulding's YouTube page to get notified when we go live.
Well, that's a lot for our first week back. How was your break, Bella?
Yeah, it was really good. Lots of good gifts and hours of sleep.
Same. I wish it wasn't over. Anyways, come back next week for more news.
And enjoy your 4-day weekend.
And as always, that's a wrap, Wolfpack.